Howdy folks, old Dan with you once again. Good day to you. Glad you could be here. Glad you stopped by. And glad I could wake up on top of the grass once again today and be here with you. I was thinking, what can I do my video about today? I was sitting there wondering this morning and darn near fell asleep because I kind of dozed off. So I figured I better do it now because if I don't, I will fall asleep. And you don't want to do that. And I woke up too early, went to bed too late. Anyway, I got to thinking about it, and I came up with an idea. I like doing these things, interactive things, and they're kind of cool. Here's what I want to do. I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to answer it in the comments below because I think we'll have a lot of fun with this. In my life, I have accomplished some things that I think they're pretty cool. I think some of them, I know you didn't know a lot of these things about me. I know there's things about me that you guys don't have a clue about, and I think some of them are pretty neat. There's a couple in particular that I really am proud of, and I'm going to share one of those with you here in a minute. But I'll bet there's things about you that you have accomplished in your life that we don't know anything about. I don't know anything about. And I'll bet you they're pretty cool too. So I want you to put in the comments below some cool stuff that you've done. Either you've gotten an award for something, or you've accomplished something, or you just did it and it was just a lot of fun to do and you're just proud that you got through it. And, just put it in the comments below and we'll go from there. We'll have a lot of fun getting to know each other. Okay, that being said, here's what I want you to know. Years ago when I was in college, a friend of my mother's from church came to her house. I was home on spring break. And he had called me at school and asked me, when is your spring break? And I told him, well, it's next week. I'll be home. He said, well, while you're home, I want to ask you to do me a favor. I said, what's that? And he said, well, I know you're into art and you do a lot of artwork, a lot of drawing and stuff. And I don't know if you do mechanical drawings like houses and blueprints and stuff, but, if you do, I'd really like you to do me a favor. And I said, well, I have a friend that has a setup for doing the blueprint type drawings, and I can use his stuff, and yeah, I can do that. But what is it? And he said, well, I'll just have to explain it to you when you get here. I'll come over and explain it to you, and we'll see if you can do it. I said, okay. So I got home. Sure enough, the first day I was home from school, here he came, and he sat down and described to me. He didn't have pictures. He didn't have. All he had was his memory. He was an old man. He was in his 70s, and all he had was his memory of some things that he had found as a child growing up in Corpus Christi. He found these things on his grandparents' farm, and he described them to me in detail. Pretty good memory. And anyway, he described them in detail, sizes, everything. I mean, this part was 10 inches, this was 7 inches, this was 8 inches, all these things in detail. And as he did, I sketched it out and gave the dimensions down so that I could get them fine-tuned later. He described 3 objects, and we got them down. He said, yeah, that looks pretty close, and when you get them fine-tuned, we'll look at it and see. Well, I did, and I got them done on the blueprints and stuff, and I took them home, over to show him. And he was delighted. He looked at him and said, man, that looks great. There was a cup, a drinking cup, a bell, and what looked like a gear off the middle of a wheel. And turns out that these were, the gear was off the middle of a ship's stern or wheel, it was actually a compass. And the cup was it was a copper cup carried by all the priests or monks or wherever they were that traveled with the explorers, the Spanish explorers way back Now, this one was actually, this whole setup came over with an explorer named Cortez. Way back, I think in the 1500s or 1600s, I can't remember. But anyway, it's been a long time for me, and my memory is not as good as the old man's was. So, anyway, and then the bell was also carried by these same monks and stuff. But anyway, the cups, everybody, they carried them, but everybody, had them. That's what they drank out of. This was a Spanish expedition over here into Texas. They had come up on the coast of Texas. And I asked the man, he gave me $20 for doing them, and I was glad to get it, because back then, that $20 was good money. And I asked him, I said, what are you going to do with these? And he said, he said, the original here will go to the Smithsonian Institute in Washington. And a copy of these will be given to the Texas State Archives in Austin to be placed in their archives. And folks, I felt pretty doggone special. I have artwork that's in the Smithsonian, man. That's pretty wild. Now, anyway, that's just one of my deals that I have. I got a lot of things I've done in my life that I'm proud of. I've got things I've done that I look back on and say, wow, man. That and a quarter will get you a quarter's worth of something. But anyway, I'm proud of them anyhow. So, all that being said, this thing's getting long here, so I'm going to go off of it. You guys leave me a comment down here below and let me know something special that you're proud that you accomplished. We'll have a lot of fun with this. We'll catch you guys later. Go ahead and leave your comments. Like, subscribe, and whatever else you can do. I don't know what else is available. Do something on here, because I need to know you came by. We'll catch you later. Old Dan's out of here because he's tongue-tied and tired.